Hi, it's Miss Suarez. I have a story for you for today. Playing El Juego de la Loteria. It is written by René Colato Laínez and illustrated by Jill Arena. Let's find out what it is about. I don't want to stay with Grandma. I'm not used to speaking Spanish, I told my mom. You know more than you think, she said. That's why you are here in San Luis de la Paz with your abuela. You will practice your Spanish. But how will we understand each other if she doesn't speak English? And my Spanish is not very good, I asked. Loved ones have special ways of understanding each other. You'll see, she said. The mariachi band. This is him with abuela. From the bus station, Grandma and I walked to the plaza together. When we turned a corner, I heard music and saw a mariachi band playing and singing. Today is the first day of La Feria, Grandma said. Grandma, I love the fair. The streets smelled of carne asada, churros, and tamales, and the Ferris wheel went around and around as it followed the rhythm of the music. I'm getting so excited. This is my Loteria stand, Grandma said proudly. Cool pictures, I said as I pointed to the big colorful cards on the table. These are the game boards of La Loteria. Each board has 16 pictures. When we play, you can use these frijoles to cover the pictures, Grandma explained. Beans, I asked. Frijoles, Grandma says. Free. Grandma, the R is hard. I think it is hard. Grandma went to the microphone and asked who is ready to play Loteria. In a few minutes, the Loteria stand was full of people. I repeated in my head many times. Then Grandma drew small cards from a metal wire barrel. Every time she called a picture, she said a phrase. Rosa, Rosita, Rosaura, Grandma called as she pretended to pull petals from a rose and blow them with kisses. Grandma is funny, I giggled. Verde, blanco y colorado, la bandera del soldado, she called, waving a Mexican flag. People put beans on their game board to match the cards that Grandma called. El gallo, el rey del gallinero, she called. Finally, a lady put a bean on the last picture of her game board, the rooster, and hollered, Loteria! Then she took a prize, 5 tickets for the circus. She's so excited. Have you ever played Loteria? I remember I played Loteria the other day in a party. Later at Grandma's house, I took some beans and said, Frijoles, frijoles. Muy bien, you're speaking Spanish, Abuela said. I would like to learn all the phrases of La Loteria, I said, but they're too hard. Let's make a deal. I teach you all 54 phrases and you teach me some English, she said. See, Grandma, but don't call me Grandma, please. Call me Abuela. Abuela, abuela, abuelita, I said. The next day, Abuela and I walked around the fair. We ate cotton candy and caramel apples. We rode the carousel and the roller coaster. We milked a cow and pet some calves in the farm animal exposition. We saw clowns on stilts and the circus animal parade. Before we returned home, I won a big piggy bank playing pin the tail on the donkey. I carried it home proudly. They're having so much fun. At home, Abuela showed me a picture of El Gallo. What is the phrase, she asked me. El gallo, el rey del gallinero. Oh, I said it. The rooster king of the hen house, I laughed. What a funny phrase. Abuela and I stood up and walked like roosters. We flapped our arms like wings. Cock-a-doodle-doo, I said. Kikiriki, she said. Let's put the rooster's card inside my piggy bank, I said. Rooster, rooster, she laughed. Abuela's learning English. The cards from the Loteria. Every day at the fair, Abuela and I practice our phrases together. El gorrito, el barril, la rana. The bonnet, the barrel, the frog. Every night at home we practice even more. El soldado, la corona, el venado. The soldier, the crown, the deer. First, there were a lot of cards in the box. El cotorro, el melón, el pino. The parrot, the cantaloupe, the pine tree. The last night of a feria, there was a big dance. Come here, dance, said Abuela in English. Let's dance, Abuela, bailemos, I said. Suddenly, I felt two lovely hands covering my eyes. Mamá, ¿estás aquí? You're here, I exclaimed. Hijo, you're speaking Spanish, she said, as she hugged me. La última noche de la feria hubo un gran baile. Come here, dance, dijo Abuela en inglés. Let's dance, Abuela. Bailemos, dije. De repente sentí que dos suaves manos querían mis ojos. Mamá, ¿estás aquí? You're here, exclamé. The next day, Abuela took Mamá and me to the bus terminal. Can I stay a little longer with Abuela? I asked. You have to start school soon. Next year we can come back together, she said. After a big hug, Abuela gave me my piggy bank and a present. Inside I found the game boards for Loteria. I love you, she said. Te amo, I said. And this is a description of what the Loteria game is about. So let me read it for you. La Loteria, also called Mexican Bingo, is a very popular game played at fairs, carnivals, homes, and playgrounds in Mexico and Latin America. Rules of the game. You need 2 or more players and a caller. Each player is given a game board. The caller draws a card and describes the picture using phrases. The player uses beans, coins, or kernels of corn to cover the pictures on their game board that have been called. The first player to cover all the pictures on their game board and holler Loteria wins. Have you ever played a game that's similar to the Loteria? Thank you for listening to my story.